everyone, Wander here, and welcome to Heroes of Hammerwatch 2, specifically for the Celestial Runes DLC, which adds a whole new zone, kind of zone. It adds this survival combat zone, adds a priest class. Wow, I'm actually getting my ass kicked a little bit here. Then again, this character is not exactly built for combat-ish. They are, I just need to upgrade them a bunch and not die, which, I mean, I have healing, so we'll make it work. Okay, but yeah, so new priest class, new survival DLC, survival mode, new weapon types, some more pets, which I actually didn't know pets were in the game. I think they were added more recently. I haven't played the most recent-ish patches, and let's see. And then for completing the survival mode, you also get perks. And so I'm going for the challenge that if I complete it, increases my armor, but also converts armor into both spell power and weapon damage, which is awesome. Anyway, if you haven't seen this game before, it is a hack and slash dungeon crawler, roguelike, rogue-lite, where you go on, dungeon crawling runs, grab loot, grab equipment, find mid-run power-ups, pretty standard roguelike affair, and then take the resources you gain from that back, as well as the gear and equipment that you find, and upgrade your characters. It's made by Crackshell and published by Team 17, who were kind enough to actually reach out and sponsor this video. Let's see. So what are we doing? We're wandering around. So the survival mode is a little tricky. The areas are very dense. We've got a timer at the top. I do not know if we just go all the way to the end or if this is actually split into phases. I don't know how bullet heavy they're going with this one. It doesn't have any kind of mid-run leveling. You can level up your character, but there's no gaining experience, which you then use to, oops, there we go. Gaining experience, which you then use to unlock mid-run perks, just meta game perks. So if I want to gain any kind of power here, I'm going to have to just wander the level and look for treasure chests and orbs and whatnot. And this character kind of desperately needs them. They're usually pretty strong, but I get the distinct feeling these runs are actually pretty tough. I think you're supposed to specifically do them after completing at least a couple rounds of the base game. Okay. Can I even get up into this? It actually looks like this is inaccessible. I think the level design slapped a rock right in front of that treasure chest. Alas. Yeah, I love this character, but he's not the strongest customer. At least not without the right perks and abilities. He is hard to kill. But there's only so much I can do with that. Okay, so now we're just going to look around. Also, because there is no mid-run leveling, there's not really much of a reason for me to fight stuff. Unless they're in my way. At least that I can tell. And so the best thing I can do is probably just run around smacking a couple of them. Okay, my one move does do a bunch of damage. Now, we want to find this gold resource, because that's really rare and arguably one of the more useful things I can find. Okay. Well, luckily, they're just mostly ignoring me. So what is this? I don't know what the top of the meter was. There was a little bit of a thing that had popped up. Because yeah, it feels like I'm missing something in terms of why this top meter is not going. Because it's not based on kills, seemingly. Okay, grab this. Physical damage to all undead in the area. Additional lightning damage that can chain to nearby enemies. Or I can do chance to strike a random enemy with a bolt of lightning when taking damage. Dealing lightning damage based on your armor value. Ooh. I think I'm actually going to just go for the Wrath. Because, yeah, that's more or less retaliation damage based on how much armor I have, which seems pretty good. Can I even sneak through here? No. But my bird can just do it for me. Yeah, so the timer advances ever onwards. Whatever this is forgotten about me. Apothecary's Tincture. Well, hopefully it's not something that I need to worry about. Okay, and I've got big healing. Oh, right. If I got big healing, I should probably actually heal my archer ally. No reason not to. Alright, let's do those beams. There's an upgrade for my, like, big beam attack. Oh, the fallen approach. Oh, and I am noticing, the weird meter has gone up a little bit. I wonder if it's one of those where the top meter is how long we have until the boss shows up. And the bottom meter is kind of a timer for when certain things will arrive. Ow. I think my archer is dead. Okay. Chance for lightning. Yeah, I have unlimited mana here. Oh, I should just be using that. Colliding with an enemy does main hand damage, spell power per shadow curse, and increases my resistances. Sure. Yeah, it's only 23 shadow curse, which isn't too bad. Grab these guys, though I feel kind of bad for them, because I think they're largely just going to get walloped. Okay. Below, let's see, while you're below half, your spells cost less mana, which is quite good. Sure. I haven't run into a whole lot of mana issues. But I could see it getting really bad. And me needing it later. I really want the perk that makes it so my my shift move splits. Because that one gets extremely good. Come back here, sir. I wish to wail upon you. Thank you. And my regular hits, not so hot. My everything else is pretty good. Okay, do we have anything over here? I haven't checked, but I want to make sure. No, it looks like we're good. Yeah, I get plenty of damage, decent amount of mana. Well, I guess we'll find out when the meter fills out. Okay, random item. Eh. It is okay. Then we've got these guys. But yeah, like I said, don't know if we really have much of a reason to be killing them. I do have a lot of stun stacking if I want to, like, stun lock an enemy that has offended me. Yeah, because I might as well use my shield slam whenever I can. I'm actually just not hitting this guy. Okay, you know what? You can just live there. It is nice to see that the enemy NPCs are just as baffled by the dense foliage as I am. Well, he went down quick. Okay, resistances. Yeah, it seems like it's mostly common items, so I wonder if this is actually, the survival mode is split into multiple acts. I'm gonna put my back to a wall. My character is much harder to kill. Hello? Or did I already kill them? Okay. I guess let's grab the Blessed Strike for just a little bit of extra damage. That makes it so my hammer hit does fire. Or hammer hit, my mace hit. Does like a fire zone. And feels like it suddenly does a lot more damage, but maybe I was just underestimating how strong that could be. Okay, well, we've got more potions. There we go. Don't need it. I could just kind of delete these guys. It's not quick, but that's the paladin for you. I'm not built for... I am not built for swift slaying. I am built for not dying. I'm doing a mostly fine job of it. Okay. Oh, is this something? Ooh. Codex of Power. So there are ways of getting blue items here. They're just rare. Okay, there's a treasure chest here that I missed. Reduce damage taken. But yeah, most of these are common. So either there's a location here that I've missed, or we get warped somewhere after completing the top timer. I'm not entirely clear. Because yeah, it's looking like the top meter is maybe the boss meter, and that shows up when... Oh, there's another chest here. Yeah, maybe once the timers reach the top. Either that or the game's just judging me for not killing enough enemies. Let's see, because yeah, we have the one section that I cannot reach. Okay, cannot squeeze through these gaps. Already tried. So there's the one treasure chest I cannot reach. Wait, there was something here? Oh. Kill enough enemies before the timer runs out. Oh. So I haven't been killing enough enemies. So yeah, I think we're going to fail this one. So in that case, I might need to pick a character that's much more aggressive. And faster. Yeah, I just ran out of... That's why I just randomly died. Okay. So we need speed. I was running around grabbing chests, preparing for like a much more dangerous group, but that's that. Okay. Well, we got this character who has the air volley, bunch of poison. We could give it a shot. Go to the blacksmith. I don't know if I've boosted this guy's damage sufficiently. There's a couple of things I can do here. Armor. Okay, so this character is actually pretty well geared. Well, that's all the metal I have. Ouch. That's a good bow, though. I don't know if... Wait. We actually have 4 skill points. So let's go see if I can spend them on anything. Because, yeah, I don't actually want Flurry of Blades that much. No, so I think I'm actually kind of good there. And I've got 5 points to spend on something which is just all dexterity. Yeah. Okay, and if I have 4 skill points... This is just bow, yeah? This is bow. I can just... Yeah, holy weapons are new. Oi. That is expensive. We will do it, but that... I did not recognize that that price would be going up. Well, I guess what else do you spend your stars on after a certain point? Okay. Yeah, so this is probably going to be much more challenging than I thought it was going to be. In that case, let's go to this one. Bloody Bullion. Bleeding enemies spill extra gold. Weapon and spell cards have a chance of applying a stack of bleeding. that's just a 5%. The gold is nice, but do we have anything else that would be helpful? Summons pikemen. Every 7 hits with a weapon does a magic missile. Let's go for that. Adds poison damage to my weapons? Sure. Start. Yeah, so the treasure chests and stuff are nice, but we are hunting, I suppose. The extra ability orbs are going to be worth it. Okay. Go for that. Yeah, so this character has a bunch of evasion. Minimal healing, and like no mana regen. They're kind of reliant on items for that. And to a lesser degree, orb. Okay, navigating this environment is tricky. Yeah, so I was expecting this to be a much more like survival mode, but no, this is a challenge mode, is what this is. Yeah, nothing more there. Nothing more here. Yeah, no reason to be goofing around looking for resources. Holy smokes, that timer is slightly merciless. Because yeah, we don't have nearly enough enemies. To fill that out. At least not on the edges here. But at least now I know don't sit around looking for loot. I think we probably still want to find that shadow boost if we can. But yeah, almost makes me wonder if the treasure chests are a trap. Oh, my damage is so far so great. We're clearing these guys out really quickly. Okay, so keep an eye out for the glowing rocks. They're the ones that have the they're the ones with the rarer items in them. Okay. Scroll a meteor. Sure. I'll grab all of them. Okay, Ring of Resistances. Markham's Purse, which is not amazingly good. Okay. And yeah, grab these. Didn't really a Shadow Curse would affect my vision so much. Oh, we can clear it. At least to some degree. Yeah, I think this is probably easier if you go multiplayer. Because then you can spread out and actually look for enemies. Okay. Oh, right. I've got my right click, which does a bunch of damage, too. Okay, that gets me an orb. Projectiles now bounce off of walls. Yeah, the movement speed would be good, too. I won't lie. And I'm liking the meteor shower. That's actually pretty effective. Okay, bunch of enemies here. Okay, everything is looking kind of good. Grab the apple. Yeah, we do have a purple item in that rock. Okay, the meteor shower isn't, like, hugely strong, but it's a pleasant little booster. Grab that. Get the apothecary sickle. Okay, we're catching up a little. Problem is, even with all of my, like, myriad damage, we are having a tricky time keeping up with this timer. Let's see. Deals additional poison damage. No reason for me to be doing that. Okay, the Fallen are approaching. I'm just going to let them do that for a second. Lifestone is huge. Okay, grab this. More movement speed, more poison damage. Yeah, is it worth going for all of these items? That's tricky. Because, yeah, I'm looking for things to kill. But it seems like they're most likely to just show up in the center and not on the side. So exploring too deeply, too far is maybe a mistake. So I guess let's just wander here and see what I can get. Because, yeah, they come out of the woodwork here, but if I go elsewhere, they don't. I also kind of wish this was just a little bit more bullet heavy. You know, keep the treasure chest around, but then also have it so that the player passively gains more by leveling. And the more levels they can get, the more, like, random perks they have. But on the flip side, this is a challenge that is not meant to be farmed. It's a challenge meant to be beaten. Okay, what is that? Oh. Oh, it's just an apprentice scepter. That's nothing. Yeah, they really do just come out of the woodwork here. Which is what we want. Keep me above the timer line and we're good. Fall short on it and I'm going to have issues. Let's see. Allies evasion inside the cloud. Poison resistance and poison penetration. Dashing grants a chance to recharge the guaranteed evasion sidestep. Eh. One problem is not a good spot to be trying to lure these guys. And it seems like they do collect off screen. Yeah, this is a good spot. Much more open. Because, yeah, if I can get above the limit or even get the meter maxed out, we're in a good spot. Okay, cool. Now I understand how this mode works. It is interesting to think that, like, exploration is kind of a trap here. It's not strictly bad, but you have to make sure that you do it in moderation, otherwise you get, you just run out of time. Okay, am I not firing my knives? I'm not firing my knives for some reason. Oh, it's because it's that button. Okay. Increased chance, crit chance with Fan of Knives? Yeah. Yeah, I've just been pressing the wrong button on my mouse this entire time. Something to that extent. It's because my paladin has more buttons. Threw me off. Because yeah, I wanted to limit this guy so he'd only have a handful. That way all of those purple perk orbs would be guaranteed to give exactly what I need them to. Or at least for the abilities that I want to spec into. Grab the mana. And yeah, we've got plenty of time. Shockingly, my archers have been staying alive. Okay, the spirit arrives. I think they're pissed. Well, we no longer have to worry about the time limit. So amusingly, this actually could be the point where I wander off and go grab resources. But I don't think we really want to do that. I think we want to just take out the Spirit of the Arcane to unlock the new abilities. And rip him to shreds. I think we got him. Spirit boon improved. Oh, and here's the exit. Okay, so now we get a bunch of resources. Yeah, that was trickier than I thought it would be. I think the main one is I probably just have to go grind for a lot of resources to make it work. Okay. So I want to check. That was this one? Okay, caster combat. Ah, boon. So now we can grab it. The next level is probably going to be even harder, though. I almost get the feeling that each New Game Plus level is what unlocks your ability to do the next level shrine. Or maybe just playing multiplayer. I don't know. One way or another. I guess... Let's try something else. Let's play... Where is my priest? Okay, so my priest... The only problem is their weapon is atrocious. I have no maps. Well, let's do a regular run and see how well they do. Oh. So, is it one of those that the those shrine perks are unlockable on a per character basis? It was this one. Yeah. So I'm going to have to unlock that for each and every playable character that I have. Ooh. All right. I will keep that in mind. But for now, I think I'm going to just throw this priest into hell. We don't actually care whether or not they live or die on this run. We're just going to give them as much runway as we can. Let's see. Did I want to? No, that's just poison damage. I don't think we care about that. Need more drinks. Okay, architect. So what can I do? Map is explored. Towers are destroyed. Fewer enemies and levels. Corridors. Fewer elite enemies and levels. Higher chances of finding a pyre, chance of finding a treasury, finding finding maps, which would be good, but I don't care deeply about this. Waygates is interesting. Quick fix. Oh, what we want is gentle traps and safe corridors. Those are like the two most basic ones. I don't. Oh no, treasure hunting's too expensive, so we're just gonna leave it at this. I really wish Waygates was something you just permanently unlock, but it's fine. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have enough money, apparently. Let's just start a run and see how it goes. So this is the normal version of the game. So what is this guy's abilities? So I've got this blast circle. Okay, I've got this. This saps health, gives me mana, and heals me. So weirdly enough, we're kind of a melee guy. I've got a beam that would heal allies if I had any. Snag that. So that's just going to torch everything nearby. Yeah, that's going to be handy. Yeah, I've got a explosion move. Seems quite good. We'll grab the obelisk here, 100% experience gain, which this character desperately wants. Grab the resources. I'm so glad to have a pet that can just pick things up for me. That's going to make my life easier. Okay. Chilling dual daggers. Nope. Missed. It's fine. At some point I will get a better weapon. Yeah, I've got a lot of, like, fun explosion moves. You know, a damage AoE, I guess really it's just these two. But they are effective. Especially because the big circle gives me mana back and also just a decent chunk of healing. I like the priest. Oh, it's probably the elite spec. Is the one thing that we're running without. That there's a whole series of like passives and actives that are quite good. So, Divine Favor, just haven't been using. Receive healing when your health drops below a certain threshold, has a cooldown. Nah. Make bigger circle. Okay. I guess that's where I'm supposed to be going. That's fine, though. I think the top left is where the Architect's Tower is. And we actually want to... We want to go find... Or, we want to go there next. Because I'm going to skip through the initial couple of acts. Yeah, so the pet doesn't... It gets everything, but it's not reliably everything. We have to kind of wait for it to fly over them. It's fine. It didn't seem too compelled to go get that goblet. Okay, and that's the area transition, so we want to go back now. Because, yeah, I could do a full run, but considering we did 2 rounds of the survival mode, I think we want to quickly scoot up here. Yeah, I never did grab the... Okay, we'll grab it. Just can't be relied upon to do so. We'll grab the wood? It will. Oh, blueprint. That's unusual. That might be new, even. Alright. See how this guy fares. What? Oh, that's interesting. I can't skip levels. This character is, has to earn the right. Oh. Well, I guess we're taking a long walk then. I was hoping that because I've cleared other runs before, I wouldn't have to worry about it here. At least I've got a gazillion dash charges. The other thing is, like, I can just waltz through a large quantity of these guys. They'll keep following me and dying. Food. Forger's Feast. And I do a chunk of damage. Yeah, these guys used to be real threatening back in the day. My first couple runs at this game were rough. But they rebalanced it, and also I have a ton of gear and equipment that a level 1 character should not have. I'm only level 3. The goal is to at least hit level 10, if I can. At least this is also proving to be pretty linear. I guess let's just get up in here. No reason why it shouldn't just kind of waltz up to them. Let's see. Rejuvenation. Nope, he just ran away. It's fine. What's up here? Yeah, orb. Always want the orb. Okay. Hits restore also, or hits from that also restore some mana. That's what we're looking for. Movement speed and weapon speed? Yeah. Because we want to be zipping here. My bird is not reliable at grabbing gold. It'll just fly straight past it. Same thing with the beetles. I think maybe once we get to like denser environments, it'll be easier to rely on it. Okay. But yeah, so far... Oh, right, because we also have Mana Shield. That's why I'm not taking, like, any damage here. I guess beyond the just baseline level of shielding that I have. Yes. So we don't even have this area cleared out yet. Alright, into the caves we go. I mean, realistically, the full run is lucrative and doesn't take that long. Like, I think you get more stuff for doing the full thing. It's just time. No. No cracked wall in there. Not that I could see anyway. I mean, we already found one, but we didn't find the one that gives the perk. Let's see, at least we've got this guy. So I can trade something for something better. I think Ectoplasm is quite good. But I think I'm actually going to go for this one. I'm very much a caster build, rather than weapons. And reducing my cooldowns a bunch and increasing my cast speed is going to be huge. Okay, not seeing anything that looks too secret-ish there. Add this. And maybe I'll have to look into other pets. There might be better ones for my needs. Because I wonder if it's because the Raven is flying over things. It's not actually as reliable. Let's see. So I'm going to pull this up big map style. Let's see. Size of the circle. Yeah, the damage received is tempting, but I think we want to just go big circle first. And just hope we can find... Oh, there's the other secret. Perfect. Because one secret per level gives you a item, one secret per level gives you a trinket. And I generally always want the trinkets, because that's actually mid-run scaling. The items would be nice if I wasn't aiming for considerably better gear and equipment. But yeah, I didn't have anything stored. Because the priest weapons are all new. And extremely good, mind you. I've been kind of ho-hum about a lot of the priest weapon, or not priest weapons, wizard weapons. The books leave kind of like little traps behind. Those don't excite me much. Okay, aura dealing fire damage to enemies when it max stacks. I mean, it's kind of good. I don't know how many stacks I have. I guess I'll invest into it. Okay, what's this guy? Amulet of Life. Thorn of Carapace. Thorns are increased by 10% of your armor or zeal. I don't recognize the Rose Thorn wand. I like it. Right, I also haven't been looking for secrets here that aggressively. Okay, I'm just going to heal these guys up. I got plenty of mana. Yeah, there's never any secrets in these little rooms. It's only in the main chambers. Yeah, so here's one. There's little cracks in the wall. Okay, Sage Staff, not amazingly good. Because yeah, unfortunately all items at this stage are kind of out of date. As far as I remember, there's no strict level requirements for any of the gear, which is actually really lovely. Instead, it's just based on your stats, which means that if you have a high enough stat point, you can equip like much higher gear than you would normally be able to. So that's why this character, even at level 1, had like a bunch of blues and a couple of green, or a couple of blues, couple of greens. Okay, so what do we want here? Mana Stone's always kind of nice. Mining Pickaxe for iron gain. Let's see, Book of Arms, Aquamarine. Grab the Mana Stone. And I'll probably just grab the Book of Arms. Okay, we can lose the Trader's Coin for Crest of Victory. Yeah, I mean, why not? Extra damage against bosses is always nice. Running out of spots to find this secret. Unless it's like in a really devious spot, because it can't be on a rounded section either. Yeah. I guess it could be out here. Difficult to tell. Now, Obelisk of Protection is nice. On there. So it's either... Oh, here it is. Perfect. Yeah, because we want to snag as many of those as we can. Let's see. I haven't used my potion for anything. I think I've seen everything that there is to see on this map, save for like a smidge of gold that I've missed, but that's okay. We're, I don't want to say full speed run here, but it's a go quickly as I can, farm as quickly as I can, get to the fun stuff as quickly as I can. Sup, nerds? Yeah, unfortunately this guy doesn't do the biggest damage. Good against groups of like weak enemies for sure. This totem is like normally actually quite deadly. But boy. Or normally quite deadly for a low-level character. Here, funny joke. Okay, Rejuvenating Scepter, which I think is actually a big upgrade for this character. Markham Stone. I think we just got 2. Yeah, Smite. I mean, it's like a little bit of a damage up. Yeah, so now we do... Yeah, it's like 7 more damage and a little bit of mana regen. So not huge, huge upgrades. but nice to get upgrades all the same. Kind of wish you could actually limit your drops to a class after a certain point, but I get why you can't. And those spike plants used to be like the most dangerous thing ever in like original Hammerwatch and early Heroes of Hammerwatch. And now they're just kind of annoying. Tough stuff, really. Okay, we've got the bird to send things back, which I will happily do so. It's not a huge amount. It's mostly just a why not? And like I could wait until the end of the level, but that's only going to give me a little bit. I'm not expecting to die at least for 2 more acts, presumably. Okay. So what do I want to do? Standing in the circle also reduces debuff duration. Nova hits have a chance to spawn orbs that shoot beams of light at enemies. Ooh. Yeah, let's go for that. Damage you deal is increased by a percentage of missing mana. Sounds neat. But I don't think it's amazingly good. Okay, I think we're good. And over. I like the beams of light. I'll have to see if I can boost that further. Because, yeah, that used to be a, like a perk or an ability. In the previous game where you had, like, these 2 little hover orbs that would shoot things for you. Having it be something that you proc is actually kind of neat, especially if you can boost that a bunch. Okay. Probably Crest of Triumph, because that gets me more experience gain. The spell damage fits the build a little bit better, but we're trying to get as much experience as possible. Nice infused gemstone. Oh, got a thing back here. You cannot escape me. Yeah, Priest feels pretty good. I always kind of knew that they were going to be decent. I think I mainlined Priest pretty hard in like the original game. They had like really good sustainability and you always need a healer. Okay, then I have to really keep an eagle eye out here for secrets because this level is weirdly hard to find them for. Ooh, Dragon Lord. I think I'm going to go for it. Weapon and spell crit damage. I do like the idea of the Razor Amulet to max out the Thorny set, but the Dragon set is so much more useful for this character. And who knows, we might get lucky and find the rest of the Thorns. Yeah, definitely going to look into other, maybe non-aerial pets. Okay, Ring of Resistance. That's the one I'm looking for. The items are nice, but not terribly useful. Let's see. Keep going for the mana regen. That's why I didn't want to pick the perk of you get extra damage for having a ton of mana, for being low on mana, because when am I going to be low on mana? Did I forget about the... That's fine, actually. Man, this is, I think, one of the smallest versions of this map I've ever been on. Which is fine. Yeah, I love those orbs. They're extremely good. Really extremely useful. I wish I had like a more reliable way of getting more of them. Into the crypt. Okay, stay away from the ice because It's spooky. Girdle of Might. Ow. Not that this character is in too much danger. Ring of Rejuvenation. Yeah. Yeah, health and mana recovery really cannot be denied. Okay. These are all atrocious. I like it when Mr. Dealsman lets me give up resources. Because yeah, at this point I'm only using my wood and ore for boosting new characters. And unless Crackshell adds more characters after this one, and they might, there's not really much of a use for those resources. Unless donating to the chapel does stuff that I haven't figured out yet. Probably. Yeah, all things considered, this character is, like, really solid. They're not quite as invulnerable. Well, hold up. If I gave them a shield, they probably would be. Because, yeah, my paladin is pretty unflappable, all things considered. But between the mana shield that this character has in their various perks, we pretty much never run out of mana. We walk into an area and explode. I have a lot of built-in sustainability. I don't know. I might honestly have to, like, put some effort into maxing out my priest. Because I like the warlock for very similar reasons. Okay, basic slippers. That's the way out. I also haven't spotted any secrets here. I get bad about it after a while. Okay. Anything good here? I was expecting that gargoyle to start shooting at me, but I guess they don't. Okay, so let's just do some quick loops. What I'm looking for with the big map open is you will have these... Here, this like little divot. You can see it in-game, but it's easier for me to spot on the map. We're looking for that divot to show up. Chances of it being out here really low. I've never seen it in the dead end, which is odd because you think that's exactly where it would be. I don't think it can be in that corridor area. We might just be out of luck. Because it only shows up if you're close. I've probably walked straight past it, but I don't know. Again, don't want to spend forever looking for these things. Easier to just kind of move on. Because as good as they are, they're not like make or break good. Later on, I guess they are. Like, the deeper we go, the more finding those secrets actually is kind of imperative. Just kind of keep exploding them. Plenty of damage. Found a secret automatically. I don't even... Oh, it's the purple projectiles. That's convenient. And yeah, just walking into a room and dumping that giant AoE is so good. That's the fountain. We don't care about the fountain. I haven't taken enough damage. Okay, Blessing of Swiftness. Was that temp? No, it's for the run. Let's see my stats. Effects, here we go. Blessing of Swiftness. Oh, so it's just a 10% movement speed. It's one of the, like, starting buff things. Gotcha. You lived? Immediately shoot him. Explode the man. This kills the Necromancer. Mana regen? Nah. None of these are amazing. I guess let's go for the Consecrated Prayer that reduces debuff duration. Not that there's a whole lot of debuffs that I'm getting hit by, but it still seems genuinely pretty good. Level are we up to? 6. Okay. 7. Now. I'm not seeing any secrets. Ooh. Passively fights, summon spiders. Eh. Ring of Avarice looks new. I don't know. I think I'm pretty happy with what I've got. I like the ones that let me spend resources, also because they cost me nothing. It's not really much of a trade. Whereas all the other ones, I'm like, do I sacrifice this set bonus for this other set bonus? That's a lot harder of a decision. Ah, we're getting a bunch of new drink recipes on this run. Okay, let's back up. Because, yeah, I haven't spotted any secrets yet. We found one. Unfortunately, yeah, there aren't a whole lot of, like, amazing spots. Because it can't show up on, like, curves or really thin hallways and stuff either. So there's only like a very small subset of locations that it can. Right along here? No. Yeah, it can't show up in this room. This is big and fully hand designed, so they never put anything in the wall, so I don't know. Wherever they are, they have escaped me. So we'll kind of loop back a little bit, because there's a small chance it'll be here. Nope. So then the only other spot it could be is like right here? No. Here? Nope. Yeah, wherever it is, don't know. Somebody probably saw it as I went by, but again, it's like a tiny little 4 pixel pile. Or like a small visual crack on a wall, and yeah. I always like this boss. I think he's cool. I like the use of the 3D. And maybe this is just kind of like a me thing, but mixing 3D and like pixel art has always been kind of a neat way of, or a neat visual style. One that I don't see that often. Like, it was the kind of thing that was being done back in the PS2 era, where they kind of had to, but then after technology kind of outstripped, it stopped being important. I think this is also kind of one of the only gimmick fights in the game. Because, yeah, you have to go around just hitting all these little priests. Rather than actually fighting Shadowface himself. So he's kind of just like a guy watching you do this. Huh. I think maybe the other reason why I like him is Shadowface is the first boss, I believe, to actually have a chance of dropping blues and like actually good gear and equipment. And so I wonder if I often associate him with somewhat positive feelings because he's the more generous boss than the first one. He also was, I think, the first like progression wall. Like the totem was tricky but beatable. Yeah, like I said, blues. Searing Torch, Lantern, and a Skull Talisman. Sadly, can't do the Lantern. That's okay. I haven't been investing a whole lot into Spirit. I wanted to give this guy a bunch of intelligence, so we could use our mage gear. Which I don't think was incorrect, but it means I'm going to have to respec later. And a Crystallizer, I remember being kind of decent. And unfortunately, my doofy little guys are going to be following me around and just taking all these arrows to the face. Markham's Wand. Ooh. I think we only need one more Markham's item before I become silly. It's that thing. Oh, it's just worth a lot of money. Okay. Trying to keep an eye out. For any little wall surprises. If we're talking levels that make the secrets really hard to find, is this one. Okay, I swear sometimes there's just no secret on this map. Okay, here's a good one. Lose 11 stone, gain Ring of Alacrity, so that gives me move speed, casting speed, and then more move speed. Yeah, that's the good stuff. I guess we want to go down. That thing there. Slippers. And that. Because, yeah, we want to get blueprints. Tavern Drink, Burning Force. Yeah, I guess we're finding a bunch of them in here. Oh, and there's a green chest I almost missed. There's the Racer Amulet. So now we've got the extra Thorns damage. Wait. Let's see. Fire Aura. I mean, otherwise we could go for the Nova vulnerability. Because, yeah, I guess I sometimes might be able to trigger the Fire Aura. But it's tricky. Plonk that there. Yeah, there's never any secrets in this room. Okay, Random Scepter. Could be good. Yeah, if there's secrets in here, I don't know where they would be. It's like the one map where I just reliably just give up before I even find one, where it's just like, no. Wherever it might be is completely lost to me. Oh, there wasn't even a Shadow Pyre. Damn. Well, that's fine. Oh, maybe because Shadow Pyre shows up here. There it is. Alright, nothing to worry about. So what do we want? Chaos Orb. Spell hits getting a chance to do additional damage. Yarsh. Mining Pickaxe and Decaying Hand. I'll take them all. Oh, it's here. Yeah, none of those threaten me. So the one problem with picking up a bunch of Shadow Curse is it does potentially increase the amount of damage I take. I'm not too worried about it on New Game Plus 0. New Game Plus 2 or 3? Yeah, then that's where it starts getting, like, real stinky. Okay, bunch of easy levels. Yeah, what are we up to? 8. I think you can get roughly into the 20s on a single run. Nothing. Wild. Yeah, like I said, only level where I will reliably just be like, nah. And finding it. Let's see. I like it's probably there somewhere. Been like here? No. Either that or I'm just like missing it on the tiny little mini map. Yeah, do I heal my hirelings? Eh. Oh well, there's the ectoplasm that we found earlier. I guess I probably should. This doesn't cost me much of anything. Okay, I think that's just a bunch of experience. I will take button got everything else. A lot more experience. Well, almost got me up another level. Oh, there is an item up top that. I usually never go up there. But I guess I should. Damn, big ore is extremely handy. I almost wish there was more, like, a lot of the gear and equipment gives me like random stats. I really wish AoE size was one of them. Like AoE size and spell cooldown is like really rare perks. Okay, cleansing prayer, sure. Let's see, and divine endurance, sure. So more mana regen based on how much I'm missing. Alright, anything else? Yeah, level's bigger than I thought it would be. Technically took kind of a really inefficient path on this one, but this place is an annoying labyrinth to begin with, so I don't know. Oh, here's one. Finally. Dragon Scale. Alright, perfect. The dragon set is extremely strong. But hard to get, because I think you have to get like a green, a blue, and a purple. Like whatever the requisite items are. They're not common. Okay, don't need any potions. What the boss was for this region? Oh, it's the plant. Oh, we're gonna just wreck the plant. You just don't care? Alright. Interesting that the hirelings won't help me fight the boss. Not that I specifically need help. Bunch of experience. Oh. Guess we kind of want to go in here. I think that just gets me the door over there. Sometimes there's something useful, but most of the time, no. Okay, Wicked Hooks, Maggot Gland, and an Astute Scepter. Is this one better? Sure. And this one's for sure better, but we don't have the stats for it. Alright. And this is where things could potentially get dangerous for me. I've been tanking it fine. To the point where I'm not too concerned about anything. Ooh. Blue chest, too. Ow. That's an item. Yeah, because we have the, I maxed out my mana shield really hard. I guess we are actually getting the max stacks of the fire. Yeah, because I maxed out mana shield, half my damage goes to my mana, which, apparently it just comes back in seconds, so I have nothing to worry about. Okay. Or that reduces damage for all nearby enemies. Sure. Or allies. I'm just gonna lean into that. I really want to get the... Ooh, okay. Taking some damage. I really want to get the thing that increases my, like, zappy orbs chance of spawning. Okay, got Holy Conclave. I haven't actually looked into what this character's guild perk is for maxing them out. Because each character, is it based on their level? I think it's based on their level or something. Gives you, like, stat points. And some of them are a lot stronger than others. I actually almost died there. That would have been rude. But on the flip side, like, I'm kind of fine with this run getting tanked at some point. One, because otherwise this is going to be a very long video. Two, I really want to go unlock this character's, like, elite class. Because I feel like that's going to open things up in a fun way. But I have to actually get it. And I can only get it in town, which means that... I mean, beating a whole run would be huge, just because I'd be able to jump straight into New Game Plus. But I also don't know if this character would be strong enough to do so. Okay, so... Never did check this room down to the right. Oh, it's one of these. You what? Well, that's rude. Damn, the hirelings have a lot of HP to make up for the fact that, they just eat hits like crazy. Yeah, that's good enough. Don't really expect him to survive at this point. Let's see. Okay, we already found one secret. Had a blue item. Damn, that gives me a lot of mana back. Okay, Torque of Alacrity. Spell crits inflict a stack of bleeding. Restore health for each foe afflicted by bleeding. Ooh. Okay, here's the other one. Really? Just experience? Rude. I was hoping for a little bit more than that, but alas. Yeah, my bird is kind of just scattershot with where it goes. I'll have to look into some of the other pets when I get the chance. Okay, discordant fiddle, which is good. We want all of the music-related items. Luckily, they don't die from traps. That would suck. I also haven't found a shop in a while. Not that we need them. Okay, see nothing. Or no, we did have a shop. That was that the shop in the top right? Or no, that was just the decision one. Like pick an item or whatever. Okay. Kind of keep mulching through them. Because, yeah, I can die here, but I think it's usually due to traps. Or, like, towers? I guess it's towers that are the most dangerous. It seems like the regular enemies aren't punching through me too hard. Gold wrap. Reduce damage taken for 10 seconds after picking up gold. Okay. Actually, that does have some interesting, fun applications. Because, yeah, converting gold to experience actually might not be very good. Because if I'm getting thousands of experience already, let's see how much gold I pick up. At some point when I pick up gold. Okay. Keep going vulnerability or mana regen per missing mana. Ooh. Let's actually go for divine sustain. Okay, 34. 600% would be what? 6 times? So, yeah, that would just be an extra 180 or so experience. Pretty meh. They may be good early on, but I don't see that being like an amazing way of power leveling additionally. Either that or my math is off, or I'm just wildly underestimating how much gold you pick up. Okay. Keep just kind of blasting them. I'm noticing a number of these guys getting, like, feared or something. Okay, do we have anything here? No. We do have this guy. Feather Talisman, Drums of Battle. I mean, yeah. Reducing the spell cooldown is just huge. I would have liked the Focus Crystal for the spell crit, but eh. Oh, right, we actually did use a potion. Yeah, the spell cooldowns mean I actually have a chance at 100% uptime on the circle. Which is extremely good, and is going to probably carry me through at least a boss fight. Unless I get absolutely destroyed. Alright. Let him just burn. I guess we have a bunch of these guys still. Okay. Rejuvenating Cloak. Yeah, my resistances are high enough that we can kind of just waltz through those. But only as long as we've got Gentle Traps and are probably on New Game plus 0. Maybe 1? After that, I think we need to start respecting traps again. Reduce damage taken. Oh, that's nice. Here's one. A lot of resources. want to find the, I want to find the secret rooms with the trinkets in it, because at this point they have a decent chance of being blue. Let's see. How are we doing? Slow. Anything here? No. And maybe this is the shopkeeper icon. Or maybe they're all... Oh, it's the same icon for both. Got it. Okay, which do I want? Markham's Purse, for sure. And grab the Ring of Mana, just for the regen. Okay, anything else? No. Unfortunately, I've got a bit of a time limit, so I'm gonna start boogieing. I forget. Okay. Straight into the boss fight. I forgot the... Wait, no, the barracks does have 2 levels. And yeah, I'm doing this solo. That means we have both of them. My goal is to actually... Wait, no, let's hang out next to the mage. This is good, actually. They're not that dangerous, and I can just cook them with both of my AoEs simultaneously. This is working way better than expected. Scroll of Earthquake, which is pretty good. Splitting Axe is not as amazing. Alright, we are cruising. I think we've got this. Final boss is a bit of a... small bit of a concern. Imp should be close. He gave me a bunch of money. Okay, so I guess the experience gain does have some merits. Okay, mana regen per stack. Vulnerability, or let's just go for the... max that one out. Okay, damage for... let's see, just Blessing of Might. Go here and grab this. Yeah, at this point we're just going full Wrecking Ball. Because most of these enemies will just die, and also we don't want to linger because the zapping guys are extremely deadly. Now, try and keep an eye out for all of my potential secrets. Okay, so what are you? Weapon power, spell power, weapon power, and spell power per level. Not amazing here. Let's see, receive healing. Sure, let's just grab those two. I don't want the other one. There's nothing there. I guess I should have waited on that Shadow Pyre until I cleared the level. Okay, still no secrets. Or I'm just blowing straight past them. On the plus side, I am just decimating this level. This is usually the point where you get absolutely own zoned, but not me, not today. The next level, I guess, is a little risky, but mostly just due to projectile spam rather than just, like, getting insta-gibbed. And this character is extremely resilient against attrition. Oh, there's one. Codex of Power, sick. Okay, we've got, music box. Some money. Got the quiver. Oh, right, I forgot you can break those. Ah, it's not bad. Oh, it's probably because we have Markham's, the full Markham's going on right now. Armor and resistances per. That's always a huge bump up in terms of survivability. Especially when you're playing on New Game Plus 0. Think I'm good? Think I'm good. There might be more. Let's see. Yeah, there might be more items. I think it was like mostly small bits of currency. Stuff that I kind of pick up passively anyway, so eh. And there's a Shadow Pyre, which is good, but I think we leave it. What if this character just has like much higher resistances, too? Grab that. We do want the experience for this character. Okay. Lethal Apprentice Wand. Yeah, the reason why I didn't immediately go for the Shadow Pyre is because I am going to be picking up an amount of Shadow Curse here. Okay, Markham's Amulet. Health and mana per trinket in your inventory, and then more armor and resistances per. So, yeah, that's a huge boon. Rejuvenating Gilded Robes and Scroll of Hellfire, which is a huge boost for this character. Because now I'm just doing Fire Rain left and right as I'm going through. At this point, well, it would be nice to find more secrets. We've got the thing that we actually need to win the run for us, which is Markham's. It's, I don't want to say it's like a guaranteed run winner, because it's not, but it's up there. Okay, what do we have? Headhunter contract, Rabbit's Foot. A little bit more movement speed, and a little bit of evasion. Curious what other kind of like weird builds you could get into with these guys, because technically any character can use any weapon. So if I wanted to, I could actually have like a sword and board priest, or dual daggers, or bow, or anything. Let's see. Health restored, health threshold, and cooldown. Nah, let's keep going for vulnerability. I got muted. That's rude. Okay, got anything else here? Big mess of enemies. Yeah, I'm just kind of running through, dropping a couple of blasts and then running out. Okay, bonus gold gain. I think we're good. Hit this. Yeah, we're just going full speed run now. Okay, Serpent's Demise. Could be tricky. I think I'll be fine. Main problem is I don't do a whole lot of damage on my own. And these guys are very mobile. No, it actually seems like we're cooking them. You just stay there. None of this moving around business. Just keep shooting at me. I'm invulnerable. Yeah, no, we're good. Unless they do this, at which point, come back. Oh, right, because I also do the bleed. Damn. I think Priest is cracked, but I may also be overpowered. Scroll of Meteor. All right. Yeah, so I can just walk into these groups and explode. Sometimes these guys are extremely lethal just due to how many of them there are. Just showing up and hitting you with projectiles, and I'm kind of just hoping that they don't kill me. I'm also hoping that I'm just doing enough, like, random spam shots on the ground. Yeah, I might as well grab that. There's no reason for me to go back. Because, yeah, the Hellfire combo is just torching areas behind me, so I can kind of, like, hit and run. There we go. Mostly. I think I'm going to have my big map open for this. There are always 2 secrets here as well, but they are tricky to find. Okay, Nova hits have a chance. Oh, I see. It's a flat 20%. I can't increase the chance of that one. It just increases their damage, which is good. Cover the money. And yeah, I haven't used any of my potions. Also haven't seen any secrets pop up. I mean, again, not the end of the world. We've got Markham's. Oh, nothing. Oh, here's one. Blue chest, we get Spellslinger's Amulet. I don't think I recognize. Weapon crit chance after casting a spell. And then weapon and spell crit damage. Both would be amazing. Okay, here we go. Got them both. That was just experience. Anything cool over here? Has some materials. But yeah, this is like the character to be using the meteor scroll with. Because I'm spamming so much mana and never running out. I wonder if it actually is counting stuff like my mana shield as well. Because yeah, if it counts the mana shield spend, oh boy, yeah, go figure, we're just burning through tons. And yeah, it does actually look like the 5 stacks of whatever the fervor is actually worth investing into. I wasn't regionally sure how much I'd be able to maintain there. But it looks like we're pretty consistently at 5 in the thick of things. Let me in. Are we good? We're good. Time to fight a boss. Level 1 character, 214 character, beat the boss in the first try. Let's go. Maybe. Well, I do a boatload of damage. Yeah, we've already got him a 3rd down. Oh, this is good feels. We've got a bunch of shadow minions, which we categorically do not care about. I like that this is a redux of the Shadowface fight, because I think the Shadowface is just him. I've never looked at the boss like closely enough to see it, but I have to imagine it is. And yeah, this is a character that's like barely been upgraded. Oh yeah, Shadowface is 100% him. Just keep torching him. All right, next phase. Why does it do another Shadowface phase? I forgot that. There it goes. All right, so we get map to Bandit Keep, we get a scepter, and we're done. Sick. That was actually, I think, one of the fastest runs I've ever done, which is honestly remarkable considering this is the priest. But hey, he's pretty good. So what do we have? Flagellant. A wide flail swing that does physical damage that's further increased based on your thorns. Ooh. And then Retribution. Gain thorns plus additional thorns based on your max health. That's pretty good. I like thorns. Okay, Divine Light. Charges up and blasts a powerful beam of holy energy that deals mixed fire and physical damage. And Celestial Orbs. Orbs of light surround you and attack nearby enemies. Holy Blast can be used to focus their fire. So this is extremely good, just passive damage. And then Crusader. You passively summon an army of pikemen to fight by your side and attack nearby enemies. Damn. Banner that grants invulnerability to you and all allies in range. I don't actually know which I like. Because I kind of like the thorns. Because this one actually has good scaling. I do like the passive beams, though. But I think the thorns is going to make it really easy. Thorns per max. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's flagellate ourselves. Going to be doing that tonight. I'm making chili. All right. Let's see. So in that case, we might also want to rethink some of my build options here. Yeah, spending or losing mana. Oh, it does count. Cool. So I think I'd want to max out Flagellate before I do anything else, but that's fine. Let's see. Focus. What do I need for this? 47. Then I'm just going to put the rest into Vitality. We're just going to be Beef Priest. All right, bonus spell damage. That blue lamp. I'll figure everything else out. So, might as well mention at this point that it's the Heroes of Hammerwatch. Let's see, Runes of Light. Sorry, Celestial Runes. There we go. DLC is available on Steam right now if you want to pick it up and play yourselves. It's $7, which I think is more than a fair price. Obviously, the new content is kind of split between the new character, the survival mode, and then the new gear and equipment, but I think it's solid. I think, namely for me, the big thing is just encouraging further development on Heroes of Hammerwatch. The better this DLC does, the more Crackshell will keep putting into the game. And that's one for me that I want to see more to this game. I think it's near perfect, and I just want to see them add more stuff, more modes. I would love to see the survival mode get tweaked a little bit so that it's a little bit more bullet heavy rather than just a challenge, but I get it. I get why it is what it is. It's a hard thing that you have to complete once, and then you get a cool bonus for doing so, as opposed to like just a side mode that you go run through a bunch of times. But namely, also just love the priest character. I think they're a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see them further in action as I get like more things. And then also we should go do some missions at some point to get some epic gear, but I will leave that for later. So for now at least, I guess I want to say a very quick thank you to Crackshell and Team 17 for reaching out and sponsoring this video. Very kind of you. It was a ton of fun, and yeah, can't wait to see what else you cook up over the years. But I guess with that, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. And with that, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.